like a geezer. Everything they said about you in the cube was true. You've gone soft.
Yeah, the Hulk has gone soft. I can't believe that. Welcome, everybody. It is time for Graybeards Studio. This is episode number 102. Unfreaking believable, but it is true. You know, when I have guests on the show, I like to announce that they're going to be on the show. But with the crowd that we run with, you never know if they're going to show up or not. But we do have a guest host. Andy Smith is filling in for David this week. And so he is actually an official guest host. But I actually extended offers out to two other guests that have not shown. So I'm not going to say who they were because I don't want to give anybody a bad reputation. Who knows? Maybe they'll show up late. Another guy that always shows up late is our good friend, Gary Martin. Hello, Gary.
Aaron, I've
Yes.
always prided myself in having a clear conscience, but I just realized it's because I have a really bad memory.
I have the opposite problem. I have Jewish and Catholic guilt, and I am neither. I need to get like less of a memory so that I don't hang on to stuff and feel bad all the time. But here's a guy that we bring in to make us feel good because usually because our drawings are better than his, but not always. It's Dan Lawless. Hey, Dan.
How you doing? Hey, I'm Catholic. I don't never feel guilty about anything though.
Well, there you go. That's good then, because they say Catholic guilt apparently is a thing, and then there's Jewish guilt, which is a thing. But
yes, well, I'm not a very good Catholic, so
okay. So you don't have to. Let's bring on our guest host today. He's a guy who's never felt guilty about anything. It's Andy Smith. Hey, Andy.
It's true. I am not Catholic. I'm also not Jewish. But like in the beginning, where was it the absorbing man that said he's gone soft? You know, I saw that bishop chick that was at the church Trump was at the other day. Mm-hmm. I know what he's talking about going soft. Let me just say. That woman was crazy.
That was really nutty.
Did you see JD Vance's? Did you see JD Vance's facial expression? He's just like, yeah. What? All it needed, because he turned his head. I was just waiting for this. Just the thumb at her, like, what is with this chick? And then she goes on The View today. Shocker.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Look at
that. Well, now she's a hero to that
15
crowd.
minutes of fame. Here it comes. Right. Yep. Some people weren't sure if it was a guy or a chick, so I don't know.
Dude, this is not a joke. When I first saw the clip, there was no sound to it. It was just scrolling through Twitter or whatever, and I didn't click it to hear it. I just read the comments. And when I just looked down at the clip, it was the small screen, on Twitter. I thought it was a skinny guy.
Yeah, so did I.
Yeah,
I did too. Yeah.
Wow. Well, that's about as political as we get on this show, and so now we'll move on to the non-political nature of our show, which is drawing, which transcends all races, creed, nationalities, political. And then Gary leaves. So there you go.
I know, What the hell happened?
He was just here for the political commentary.
That's right. He was here for 5 minutes of political commentary, and then he's out the door.
Yeah.
You're like, I got
Well, we
two.
never bring in our expert. You know, we have to.
You're like, I invited 2 people. I don't know if they'll show, but I've got these 3. And Gary's like,
There he is,
oh, he's back.
moving stuff around.
Yeah, I hit the wrong button.
See, now look at Gary. Gary likes to be up here because he never gets to be up here.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't feel good taking,
Yeah.
Yes, you do.
I know.
Oh. Better
Probably
late than
right-wing.
never, everybody. Our 5th member of today's show, Kaiserilla himself.
Hey,
Yay!
I can't even. Okay, there you are. All right, we got like the
There I
silhouette
am.
behind you, and you just.
Look at that backlighting. He's so
Yeah.
mysterious.
How do we know that's you?
it's me.
You're gonna
again.
have to draw to prove it.
Because we know his dad's basement. We know where the Coca-Cola
Yeah,
is.
yeah,
So I
yeah.
can tell that's where
This
he's
is where he
at.
This is
keeps
what
the
it's gonna look
liquor.
like?
So that's where I like to be. I like to be where the liquor is found.
That's right.
On this show, you may need it.
See, you're saying you mix a little with your Coke, is what you're saying.
Yeah, a little bit, you know. And when he says Coke, he means Coca-Cola. by the way.
You're right. That's exactly
Viewers.
that's what I mean.
Right.
Yeah. People at home, don't get alarmed. I'm not suggesting. But,
Yeah.
It'll be a potent mix.
How you guys doing?
Good.
Good. How are you?
Pretty
We're doing
good. Pretty good.
fabulous. How are you? You were running a little late today. We were a little worried about you.
Yeah, it's a little family stuff.
Okay.
But we got
No,
it
don't
all
wanna
settled
pry.
out.
It's none of my business. Just
Yeah,
you
you
know,
know. I'll
just got a
figure
show
it
to run here. That's all.
out.
Wow. Wow.
Oh man.
You know,
Well, that's a
I
much
know.
better reason
yeah,
than
my
I
father
had.
is.
I was
My
late.
father is
because I was eating cake.
you guys' age, so yeah, I got to take care of him. You know.
Okay,
Don't
well,
like-
you know.
Thanks.
Wait a minute.
Now
What?
remember, when he says you guys, he's
Say-
specifically talking about
What
the
did you
2
just?
guys he's below. He's not talking
Yeah.
about Dan and I.
Yeah,
Oh, yes,
I
yes.
know
I'm
who he's.
up
I know
there.
who he's
Okay.
talking about. I know
There's
exactly.
no way I'm old enough to be your dad.
these
I
guys.
know exactly.
Well,
what he's
yeah,
talking
you're only in your what 50s.
Andy, I think
55.
Aaron and I are the same. What?
Yeah.
Aaron, we're the same age, right? Are we? Are you 60?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I am 61 now. I just turned
Okay.
61.
All right. I'm
Okay, you
I'm
guys
59.
are
I'll
pretty
turn
young.
60.
Oh,
this
you
year.
guys are punks.
Yeah.
Gary is Methuselah here, that's for sure. All right, let's take a moment here and see who's in the chat, and then we'll do a little show and tell, then we'll get drawn. Geek Hero Bubba was first. You get nothing for that, but we appreciate your participation on the show. Corum's here. He says, let's get some Kirby Crackle going. Glitch, of course, throwing a wrench in the works, says, I wonder how they're defining strongest. Is this most powerful, actual muscle strength, as they are 2 very different things? Are they, though? I think you're splitting hairs, Glitch.
Yeah.
Past Master Dan is here. Creative Faye is joining us, of course. Repairman Jack. He says, hopefully my favorite show here will get me to feel like life is worth living again since my beloved Irish lost on Monday.
Oh.
Yeah, that was a,
Wah, wah.
yeah, it's too bad. Too bad.
It could
My,
strongest be strongest smelling?
I was
Look,
thinking, you mean I was going to draw a pig pen from the Peanuts.
Yeah.
with these
So
things.
Dan, you
Strongest
built
one,
this
yeah.
category, Dan, so you actually can define the rules. I
Okay.
guess.
I'll leave it open then.
Okay. Robert the Bruce is here. Sean Willits, Randy Howell, all the way from Canada. There's Andy Smith. How about that? Catalyst Vault. He says, no Italian accent sound for Shelley. That sucks. Wait a minute. No Italian accent sound for Shelley. That sucks. Can somebody translate that for me?
No,
He wants you to do an Italian sound for Shelley.
What's an Italian accent sound?
Yeah.
No, that's we got to draw some pictures. I don't know.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? You mean
Close
Jersey
enough.
Italian, or you mean like?
Yeah, no. Do
you
you
know,
have you got Jersey Italian for us, Kaiser?
Hey, what are you doing over here? Come on, guys. You know,
That's it.
breaking my balls over here. Come
Yeah.
on.
Hey, why you got to be breaking my balls? Come on. Hey,
Okay,
come on.
that's Italian accent sound.
That's New Jersey Italian accent. All right.
So we delivered. Wow, that's good. Thank you, guys. I appreciate that.
JG Martinez, Iodine 74. Best name I can think of is joining us. Sean Allen, of course. Iodine 74 says there's no snow here on Florida's first coast today. Dang storm couldn't make it all the way to the coast without petering out. However, the Jags did fire Trent Baalke, so something good did happen.
Oh.
Well, we'll have to wait till next season to see if that's true. Catalyst Vault, Pantheon, Lone Star Viper. Let's see. Best Age Comics is joining us. Eric Wart is here. Elemental MJ. And there's Marcus Killer Group, purveyor of all things pop culture knowledge. Bloody Drake, Henry Jeremick. Absorbing Man is cool. Maybe someone will draw him. And then again, maybe someone won't. The Beam Pad is here. Not the Bean Pad, but the Beam, like Star Trek. Beam me up pad.
Yeah.
Joe Bernardo is joining us. Henry Jeremick, Eric Boyd. I'm blowing through these as fast as I can because there's so much to do. JP Roca. He's a Munster is joining us. We couldn't start the show without this. Kellraiser for $1.99 should have had and Dan Lawless as the Beaver.
That works.
Well, I'll tell you, but I'll tell you why. The Joan Rivers joke is Joan Rivers used to be Johnny Carson's guest host all the time until they got in a fight, but she was actually supposed to take over the Tonight Show when he retired. She was always the guest host. And Dan, along with Kizer, but Dan, even more than Kizer, was our guest host whenever someone was missing. And so therefore, when Dan became a regular part of the show, it was Dan Lawless as Joan Rivers. I almost forgot her name.
Yeah.
So that's the joke. I just explained it. So I guess it's not.
She was pretty funny, actually. She was.
We went when I was in film school. We actually, a bunch of us went to see a taping of the Tonight Show, and she was the guest host.
Oh, that's cool.
And they had Siskel and Ebert on there. And then what's her face? Kate Capshaw, just after Raiders, the second Raiders came out.
Oh.
And so she was on there, and they were telling her how much they loved Karen Allen. So she was offended. They said they liked Karen Allen from the first movie better. Glitch for £2. He says spider and a rat.
I think that's a tarantula.
Do you think it's not hairy though, Gary? It was just a regular spider.
Okay, good.
Actually, I have something to share, but we'll wait. Duck Bacon is joining us. Aviator Surge, Skull Nasher. Let's see here. Andy Dalliff, Matt Watt. I think that's just about it. Green Laser. Okay, guys, here we are. Let's done. Robert Doan's Pills is also joining us.
David?
What, I missed David?
Yep.
Yeah.
I was rolling pretty fast there. There he is. David, our brother David Williams. Much love to the Graybeards brothers and guests in the mighty chat. Thank you all for the love and support. You got it, David.
Yeah, dude.
All right. Glitch saying it's a beaver. Okay. It's a beaver. Okay,
Yeah.
I got it. Not a rat.
Not my choice if I could pick a name, but
And Dan Lawless as the beaver. Okay.
I see you more as an alfalfa.
All right, let's do a little round of show and tell here. Gary, what is this? Oh,
damn.
Oh my gosh, you combined all four
Gary
guys
Windsor.
in one. Wow. All right.
Dude, is that a commission? That's a commission,
Yes.
right?
This is a
Kaluta, Windsor,
commission.
and Dave.
These are the
Right.
characters that represent the 4 favorite artists of the client.
Wow.
Can you blow
And
that up more?
The client gave me the composition.
Wow.
Let's see, blow it up.
Glitch?
What a
we got
cool
the show.
thing. What a cool
We got
idea.
We got it.
So yeah, so Frankie up there on the right, and
Damn.
of course Barry Smith Conan, and as you notice that it's not just 4 different characters, it's 4 different inking styles.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's what I was
yeah.
gonna say. I'm like, holy shit, you captured all their styles.
And
You
then
wanna
here's
stay
the
cool.
Kaluta.
That Kaluta was the
Kaluta's,
hardest one, wasn't it, Gary?
Yeah, yeah. Kaluta's hardest one, and of course Dave Stevens, Rocketeer.
Wow.
Mhm.
So
Those are 4 of
Dave
my favorite
Stevens
artists, too.
Style. I'm sorry, Dan. what
Those
was
are
that?
4 of my favorite artists too, I tell you.
Yeah, the Dave Stevens style, inking style, is what I prefer, because that's kind of like
Yeah.
my natural thing. So doing Kaluta, Wrightson, and Barry Smith is hard for me.
Yeah,
They even
'cause
got the
it's completely-
signatures in there. I think that was great that you did that too.
Yeah,
What's
that's
that
amazing.
Frankenstein
Anybody.
drawing from?
Pardon?
What's that Frankenstein drawing from?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't recognize it either.
Yeah, and I'm pride myself in like knowing everything about Wrightson, but I don't
Yeah,
remember.
speaking of Frankenstein,
Yeah, everything else is an iconic image of the character, but
yeah,
I've never seen that Frankenstein.
Yeah.
speaking of Frankenstein, this is what I'm working on currently.
Oh boy.
Oh my God. How big is that?
Oh my gosh.
It's 17 by 24.
Oh my
Ooh.
gosh.
Wait, did you actually is it one big sheet of paper you're working on?
Yes, it's
Yeah.
one big sheet. The line in the middle is my crummy scanning. I had to scan
Yeah.
it 2 times and paste it together.
Jeez Louise.
So
dude.
this is, so I'm not drawing all the rendering lines,
No.
feathering lines. I'm just drawing the shapes, bottles and
And
stuff.
so then you go in and do the rendering line based on, you have the artwork to one side, and you just like
I do that.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I do that in the inking stage. Is putting all the
This is going to take you what, a week or two?
couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Well, the amazing thing is generally I hate it when I see my birthday present before it's my birthday. But my birthday's in November, and with that much work, I guess I'll get it a week late.
Yeah, it's gonna be a couple of weeks, and sometimes it might be longer. Sometimes I need to take a break, and then I'll go do something else, and then come back to it. I mean, just drawing this bit took me 3 days.
Yeah.
now.
Oh yeah.
Did-
Oh,
Of course
that
it did.
Do you
took
like
me longer than that.
Do you like start at the top and work your way down? Are you systematic when you do this?
When I'm inking something this big, I'll start in the lower right hand corner, so my hand isn't on
Smearing
top
the
of
pencil.
pencils
Yep,
while I'm
gotcha.
inking.
What? Okay, so 2 technical questions. Is it just regular 2-ply Bristol you're doing it on?
Yeah.
And what hardness of lead do you use for this part?
It's just I think it's just an HB,
Oh, okay.
and then I lightly erase over
hmm
before I start, and that cuts down on the smearing.
Now, when
And
you
then I
start
erase it again after I ink it.
inking this, obviously you have a good, copy next to you of the inks.
Yes, I
Do
have
you,
one.
do you
paper
start?
like-
Do you start like upper left, or will you start with like figures? Like, how do you? Oh, never mind. You start bottom right. Look at that. Wow.
Mm.
But you see how big it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool, man. Oh, that's cool.
Did you guys see that Walt Simonson piece he was showing?
Yeah,
that
he
really
did.
big one.
Two
Yeah.
doors, 2 big door size or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
All right. Well, those are
Well, hopefully
Awesome.
in a couple of weeks I'll have that done.
excellent. Andy, you got anything you want to share?
I mean, is this like the moment where I should talk about core draft? Because I didn't
If
come.
you want
prepared.
to, sure.
If you want.
Sure, why not? Real
I
fast.
learned anatomy.
Are you not
because of,
prepared?
Andy Smith, by the way. If it wasn't for Andy Smith, I wouldn't know anatomy. Him and Bird series, by the way. Just continue.
Oh my gosh, look at that. Don't be saying stuff like that to Andy. Jeez, his head will go through the roof. There
All
you
right,
are.
hold on. I got to get this. Oh, what is going on? Where's that dumb thing?
Andy didn't know there was going to be an oral report.
Yeah, I know. He
No.
Right? He
So
didn't-
yeah, guys, core draft will be coming down probably the week of February 10th. February 10th is a Monday, so sometime during that week, we'll be pulling it down. And because the book is really almost ready to go to print. So 64 pages, badass barbarian action, core draft, and Adriana are back to defend the Shattered Reach against the evils of Vordoom, the Necronite, and Lilneth. Ooh, there they are, plotting in his castle. Cool monsters, good fights. Adriana and barely anything. It is a bikini. though.
It appears in the river there.
That's right. So, guys, go check it out. Look at that. This page on the right-hand side, that top panel, that is all the professionals making their debut on the Shattered Reach.
And it's all the bald guys.
Yeah, I know. I was like, I mean, I see what you're trying to do, Dennis, but have you looked at them all? So, yeah. So they're all there, and I will have to say one of the professionals does not make it through the end of the story. We'll just leave it at that.
I can feel the icy fingers of death gripping around my throat even as you speak.
No, it's not ice.
Hey, what do I got to do to get in the book?
Well, it's not like this is the last one, Dan.
Okay.
And when we hit 60 grand, that artwork right there by Dan Lawless on fantastic colors and Bart Sears will become a print that every backer gets.
Oh.
T-shirt orders have been submitted, so we are moving along.
Love those
804 backers, and we're shooting for over 1,000 backers before it ends. So, guys, go get it now.
There you go. Thank you, Andy. You'll find a link in the description of this video that will take you right there, along with a link to my campaign, Wraith of God 3 Blood Hollow, woo, Fear Hollow. And if you want to follow Kizer on Instagram, you'll find his link there. Dan Lawless's YouTube channel with instructional videos on how to draw. David's campaign and his GoFundMe are both up there in the links in the description of this video. So plenty of stuff for you to go visit. And Dan, what are you going to share with us?
Oh, I got this interesting thing that's I mentioned I have to leave before 6. I have a video conference with President Trump.
Yes. Ooh.
And he saw this. I tagged him on Twitter. He contacted me. Now they want to display it in the White House. And, so I was a bit surprised. I've known this for a while. Cecil and I know this for a while, but we've had to keep this a secret until now. I can start telling.
So this is going to be like Trump's portrait in the White House now.
Yeah, we're thinking we don't know where it's going to go. It could go in the Lincoln bedroom or something like that.
Oh, yeah, right next to the Abraham Lincoln portrait.
Right.
Hey, wait a second. Now, I was told the reason they took that shithead Mark Milley's big portrait down is they were going to replace it with something really American like this.
Yeah, that's a possibility. That's all we're going to. That's why I'm saying I'm going to discuss it at the top of the hour with him and his staff. But I did say to him, I said, do you realize there's a lot of almost naked girls in there? And he said, I'm okay with that.
Unlike the previous president,
I said, what about families coming through and all this kind of stuff? He said, and he's like, it's nothing you wouldn't see at the beach. So I just thought, he's okay with it. I'm okay with it.
All right, but there you go.
I did capture his essence. This is kind of the vision that he has for America. And
you, as I said before, you did a great job on his face. I mean, you really nailed the likeness.
So anyways, this is available on Fund My Comic. It's Cecil. It's not for kids at all. It pushes the envelope. But Cecil's comedy is cutting edge out there. It's so
very adult.
I think it's kind of funny. It's satirical with what you can do nowadays in a comic book, and it's absolutely off the rails. But so if you like that sort of thing, this is for you. But again, oh my God,
if you don't, for everybody, it's not for you.
Yeah, there you go.
Cecil was on a show and he goes, it's a story for all ages, and Ethan's like, no, and he's like, it's a story for ages 8 and up.
Goes, no, 8 and up, 18 and up.
8.
Oh,
that's Cecil's humor, and it's all throughout this book. It's really fun. So if you like that kind of stuff, hold on to your hats because that's it. Anyways, that's it.
All right, thank you.
Beautiful.
David Williams says no real brothers in your book, Andy.
I already commented back. There was in the first book, and there are in this one too, just not on any of the preview pages I showed.
Okay, all right. Stealth X5 for $2 says hello. Thank you, Stealth. Appreciate it very much.
The show can start.
All right, Coran, can I share this?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, what are we doing here?
This is just something that I'm doing for fun. I can't show I can't show any of the work that I'm doing professionionally. So
right.
I thought I'd just show you guys some minor league stuff. So I call it the minor league instead of the Justice League. This is Batman.
So it's like Batman as like a kid or something.
Yeah, Batman as a little boy, and then
a young lad.
Excuse me, Tommy. What do you want for breakfast?
And then
Justice.
This guy.
Justice Flakes.
After I heard that, after I heard this this movie was about to be made with Jason Momoa, I was like, yeah, I should
good
try him as
casting,
well.
too.
And he's a better Lobo than an Aquaman, I think. But
Yeah,
I mean, at least looks wise.
yeah. I mean, I said that from
yeah.
the beginning, but yeah, they picked him as and so this is
Oh, that's cool.
the newest one.
I love this. Everything you do, it's just it's drawn in such an interesting style. And it just looks cool and
Charming. Charming.
Yeah, but I'm saying the way it's put
cool.
together, I love it when I see art that I don't know how to do, and it's fascinating to me. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thanks.
Oh, very nice.
This is
Love Green Lantern.
This is your green one.
That's great.
Yeah, so
That's cool.
I like the feet pointing down, so we know they're floating.
yeah. Thank you.
Very cool.
But yeah, that's pretty much some fun stuff that I might. I call it the lineup series because
The only thing about this picture, though, is the hand position.
See, Dan.
no.
Wow, Dan, not even I said that.
Come on.
Gee.
I did not
help
see
it.
that until now.
Yep. And now
Nobody
It's
saw
when you
that.
pull back,
Because
you know.
Dan made you see it. He's a kid, man. He's a kid. Hey,
Yeah, come on, Dan. Jeez.
But
He
yeah,
this kid just got his
Sorry,
decoder ring in
ruined
the
it for
mail,
everybody.
and he's happy, and you ruined it for him.
I
Yep.
know. I'm sorry. Can't bring me anywhere.
Some other stuff that I did a while ago.
Now,
Nice.
was this again? Is this commission or is this like
This is a
animation work,
commission.
or-
Commission I did for someone who loved both Arcane, that series, and Harley Quinn. So I put them together.
Yeah, Arcane was an amazing series. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Oh man, such a
Stunning,
great.
stunning in animation.
So
Sean
beautiful
Allen
to look
says,
at.
"Kick Dan." Mm.
Really?
We'll
I
kick
deserve
him,
it.
Short order, about 30 minutes.
I
We're going to
deserve it.
boot him out of here.
That's it. That's all I got.
Well, that's plenty. That's nice looking
Yeah.
stuff, man.
Yeah, Aaron is begging you to stop showing stuff because he's next.
I know, but I what I have is a gentleman by the name of Steve Miller sent this to me and
The
wanted
musician?
your
I would say
wanted
the
your
band.
reaction, not the musician, but he wanted Gary's reaction to this. So, Gary, can you comment on
My
this?
reaction?
Yeah, can you comment on this?
Ugh.
Oh my God.
God, I cannot stand tarantulas.
Oh, Gary, this is good. Gary had a very, shall we say,
That's Tina McDonald.
Tina McDonald, the unseemly tale of Tina McDonald. Kizer, you were here for that, weren't you?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. And it will live on in infamy forever now, Gary. Oh, there you go.
Bringing back a
Uncover the
traumatic
tarantula.
childhood memory.
Ugh.
You brought it up, dude. So now you got to live with it for like probably the
Yep.
next.
Yeah, I
Oh,
forgot. I forgot that the chat would torment me with it for the rest of my life.
Well, look how long corn
I told
dogs
you that.
lasted.
I told you that.
We knew it was going to become a thing. Oh well. So anyway, that's what I'm sharing today. Curious Potato says tarantulas are cute. Gary probably wouldn't agree with that. I don't
No.
think Gary would agree with that.
I wouldn't either.
Oh man. All right. So we're going to draw some pictures today of hulking strong characters. Andy, we'll start with you. Who are you drawing today?
Oh, like I said, I don't think anybody would guess. I am drawing none other than the Tick. Spoon.
Oh, look at that. That's a good call. I've done
That'll
the
be
Tick
good
on
in
the
your
show
style.
before.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Nice.
So we
love
were
the
doing
Tick.
independent comics, I think, and I did the Tick. So you get a chance
Spoon.
to embarrass me. All right, Dan, what are you thinking?
I'm gonna draw Superman, but I don't have a whole lot of time, so I'm just gonna draw a portrait of Superman. So
Dan doesn't mean that he doesn't have a lot of time. What he means is he has to leave the show early.
right. Well, yeah. Well, you never know.
That's true.
I mean, he is almost 60.
That's
I'm
true.
up there. Yeah.
All right, and Coran Kizer Stone, Kaiserilla, what are you going to do today?
I guess I'll do the Hulk.
All right.
Yeah.
So nobody
Yeah.
picked mine. I'm doing Juggernaut.
Oh, I
Juggernaut.
almost did.
Love
And
Juggernaut.
to
See,
prove
I
I'm
was
not
worried about
lying,
you.
you can ask Dennis, because when we finished the DNA show before we, actually hung up or whatever, he asked me who I was going to draw, and I gave him a few options, and he agreed with the tick as well. So, but I did say Juggernaut. So
There we go. I think that's it. Okay. So that's Kaiser's screen right there.
Yeah.
And the rest of
Set
us
it up.
will be a little bit, and then Dan disappears just like
It
that.
looks like the chat is approving of the choices.
All
I'm moving my
right.
camera.
Oh yeah. Okay. Cool.
So now it's chat. That's a heads up. It's officially closed. Do not suggest anyone from now on, please.
I can tell everybody now. I invited Dale Keown, but it was last minute, so I don't know if he's even seen the invite. So, but I was kind of hoping he might just sort of randomly
That'd be
show.
awesome.
But
I would totally give up the Hulk for Del
Yeah.
Keown.
there you go. But Dale,
That would, yeah.
all right. So let's
Okay.
get rolling here. I've got to share my paper. I'm using expensive paper today, but I have to change my camera here.
ooh,
So you're gonna
expensive
what paper are you using?
Okay. So actually, I'll make myself big here for just a minute. Stonehenge colored paper. It's 15 sheets.
Do I have to ask that is Stonehenge paper archival?
Well, it says it's acid free, 100% cotton. It says with 5 neutral colors to choose from: natural fawn, cream, pearl gray, and warm white. Each sheet offers a new starting point for your work. While the surface is perfect for all
Those aren't colors.
This is Stonehenge colors. So there you go. This is expensive paper, and there's only 1 sheet left in here. So I thought, I'm going to use it and get rid of the tablet. So there we go. That's my story, and I'm sticking
All
to
right.
it.
Okay.
Is it heavy?
Yeah.
So that means Aaron is officially throwing down if he's using expensive paper.
I got to say, normally I wait until I actually draw something before I talk about how good I'm feeling. But I'm
That's
feeling
what I'm
pretty
saying.
good today.
Yep, that's what I'm saying.
So he knows I only got like 20 minutes. He's pulling
Yeah,
up
I'm
the
not,
paper.
I'm
He
not
knows.
worried
He
about.
knows already-
There we go. That's what I want. I'm not worried about Dan.
Yeah. So Dan, you're already out.
Wow, thanks for the vote of confidence, guys.
Well, that means that you can prove us all wrong.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's a lot easier. The pressure's off, and that's great.
Well, there's always expectations, Dan.
No, you just set them real low now. No takebacks.
All right. How does that look? Okay, there we go. That's closer to
Yeah.
being. All right. All right, Andy.
Well, John-
go ahead.
John is saying Aaron is saying someone will have to bid $100 for the drawing, even if it's not up to par. So that's what the chat is reading into you proclaiming your paper.
Well, I'm just saying I'm feeling good. That's all I'm saying.
Look at me with my fancy paper.
I don't
Yeah, exactly.
want to get too carried away. I'm just saying,
Exactly.
feeling pretty good.
Yeah,
About
didn't when Ethan was on, didn't he use like some kind of
Typing
scratch
paper?
pad? Yeah, it was some typing paper or scratch pad.
Well, that just shows a disrespect. I think you got to at least show a little bit of.
Those fancy artists with their complicated shoes.
That's right.
Yeah.
Get out the 20-pound copy paper. We don't need good art paper. I like this stuff because it is kind of heavy and you can watercolor on it or whatever. And I don't know. It just seemed kind of fancy, so I thought, I'm going to get some of this.
I think Brian Smith is on to you. He says Lopez using the thick paper so that the first attempt is invisible when he inevitably has to flip it over.
When I have to erase it. God, oh, this sucks. I got to start over.
No.
Well, I wanted to use 11 by 14. I'm using 9 by 12, but because the Juggernaut's a big character, but
That's true. You got to fill it up.
Well, the thing with my my 11 by 14 pad has that crazy defect in it, that crease.
Yeah, the crease.
And I can't use it. I'm really upset about it, but what are you going to do?
I think you should embrace the crease.
Kind of work it into the
No, just like draw an arrow pointing to the crease and sign it.
You make the crease a part of the artwork.
Yeah.
Like a wall or something.
So limited edition creased artwork.
So if I use the crease, then maybe it could be like part of the brick wall that the Juggernaut is crashing through. Is that what you're suggesting?
Yes.
Just, somehow, make it, use it.
You put his butt crack there.
Oh my God, that's genius.
Dan is just off the rails.
Yeah, Dracos, I'm not going to read your entire comment about me saying embrace the crease.
Embrace the crease.
So, Andy.
Sir.
Now, you went and saw Nosferatu, correct?
Sure did.
Thought it was pretty good, right?
Yeah, I liked it.
Now, is there any nudity in it?
A little bit.
Is that film theater worthy?
Yeah, oh, yeah. Yeah, I think so. Great atmosphere to it. Great shots and stuff. Yeah, I definitely say it's theater worthy. But everybody has such a huge TV these days. I mean, honestly.
Is it scary or just weird?
No, I wouldn't call it scary. It's obviously it's a period piece. It's very moody the way it's shot. But no, I wouldn't say it's scary. It's more creepy than scary. Mm-hmm. It's not like he goes around, it's not like a vampire movie where it's like, oh my God, people are dying left and right. Who's doing it? You know what I mean? It's not that.
Is it now? Have you seen the original silent version?
A long time ago.
Well, a lot of people were saying that it's very. They said one of the disappointing things some people said was that it was just really kind of a pretty right on the nose remake.
Oh, I couldn't tell you. I don't recall well enough to weigh in.
Interesting. I can't even remember the last movie I went and saw.
I also saw last week. Was it last week? I think it was last week. The Wolfman.
Okay, now this I want to hear about.
I don't know why they released that image we were talking about, because that is not what he looks like.
Is the without being a spoiler here, but does he transform over time? As opposed,
the whole movie takes place over the course of one night.
Okay, so but are there stages of his transformation?
Yes.
Okay, so that's what someone had suggested, because the director said that's the Wolfman stuff that we saw is not what he looks like, and I'm like, well then he must look like it during part of the film. So then I thought, well, what if he's slowly, pardon the expression, transitioning?
Right. Yeah, but see, I can't really comment more because it would be a spoiler.
Okay. Okay, now the next question, is it any good?
Yes, believe it or not. And I say that because, Dennis and I saw what everybody saw is what we thought he was going to look like. So we went into it with really, really low expectations. Mm-hmm. And when it was over, one of the comments I made to Dennis was, I said, tell me if you think this too, but I really got the feel that he was, even though it's in color, he was trying to go for a 1950s type horror movie, if that makes sense. And Dennis is like, no, I get that. Yeah, I was thinking that too. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. Wasn't just me thinking that. I liked it. I actually thought, wow, I could actually see this probably again.
So you're saying I should go check it out, is what you're saying?
Yeah, I think you'd like it.
Okay.
Okay, good to know.
Because
I really do. I think you'd like it. Somebody asked what we thought like that or Nosferatu, and honestly, they're just two different movies. You can't really compare them.
Well, I'm guessing Wolfman is a little bit more user friendly. In other words, it's more of a every person's kind of horror film, where Nosferatu is a little bit more artsy fartsy in a weird way, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. I mean, Wolfman is what is it? Is it like an hour? It's under 2 hours.
Oh, really? I liking it better already.
Yeah, it's under 2 hours, and it gets. I mean, okay. So I remember Dennis said we were talking about it on our review, and he's like, "Yeah, it's under 2 hours," but I felt like it felt more than 2 hours, and I actually disagreed with that. I said, I can see where you're coming from, because some of the beginning, which is obviously, the story's told linear. So some of the setup stuff in the beginning, getting to know the character, stuff like that, you're kind of like, yeah, cool. I want to see Wolfman.
Yeah, exactly. When we get to the good stuff.
But I mean, it was necessary, because you gotta establish the relationship, so you have, some care about these people.
Right.
And such.
Now, you said that Nosferatu wasn't really particularly scary. Was Werewolf scary?
No, it was creepy.
Okay. So they're both creepy.
Wolfman had more jump scares in it, I thought, than Nosferatu did.
All right.
Has anyone seen Gladiator 2?
Nope. I think that's streaming now, isn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't in the theaters very long for a good reason.
I heard it wasn't that great.
No,
that's what I heard.
I was disappointed.
Oh, you saw it?
Yeah.
Really?
It didn't stink, but I was not entertained.
You walked out going, there was no need.
Are you not entertained?
Yeah.
All right, I'm starting over.
So what didn't you like about the Gladiator?
It just wasn't. It wasn't. It's supposed to be a sequel,
right?
Yeah,
because that's his kid, right?
They made stuff up to try to continue the story, so it wasn't. The original didn't have unanswered questions.
Yeah.
So I think they were just trying to take advantage of the franchise.
But in the movie, that is his kid, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which I think they pretty much kind of established in the trailer, so it's not like I'm giving anything away.
Right.
Wait, that's Russell Crowe's kid?
Yeah, it's Gladiator's kid.
Oh, sweet. See, I didn't
but it's it's a Gladiator movie. It doesn't really complete the story arc or anything.
Is it a rehash, or is it got something new to offer?
A lot of similar battle scenes. It wasn't that different from the original.
And if I remember right, going from the trailer, what's his face there that's in everything these days? He plays Mr. Fantastic. I can't remember his name, but he's the bad guy, right?
Robert Downey Jr.?
No, he plays Mr. Fantastic.
Oh, Mr. Fantastic.
The Chilean actor, what's his name?
Yeah, what's his name?
Yeah, from The Last of Us.
Yeah.
Mandalorian, I forget his name.
Yeah, Mandalorian,
yeah. He's the bad guy, right?
There aren't too many characters that you actually root for.
Oh, geez. Well, come on. You don't root for Denzel? Denzel's awesome. He's not rootable?
No, Denzel is not playing a sympathetic character.
Oh.
That's one of his Equalizer movies.
Oh, those are good.
Yeah,
one
the third one was really good.
Is like better than the TV show. I thought for what it was pretty good, but those movies are way better.
Wait a second.
Are you
You're not
talking about the
TV show
original
with Queen Latifah?
Edward Woodward?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I like that show too.
Not
But
that Queen, not the Queen Latifah one.
Not the Queen Latifah one, right?
No.
Oh, okay.
I just saw that got renewed for a second season. I was like, seriously, who's watching that? Really?
Who played it? Who was the Equalizer in the TV show actor?
Edward Woodward,
Yeah,
Australia.
English actor.
He's a British actor.
Oh, so
Was
wait,
it-
how old is that TV show? I never even knew there was a TV show.
Yeah, it's
Like
old.
the mid '80s, mid to
Yeah,
late
like
'80s or something. Like that.
Oh yeah, okay.
No, I think earlier than that.
He's kind of gray-haired dude, right? Wasn't he? Or...
Yeah.
Well, he played King Saul in Richard Gere's David movie, and
He's been in a lot of films, but he had a.
he was in Breaker Moran, which was really good. If you guys haven't seen that,
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Australia,
Right.
Peter Weir, Bruce Beresford directed that Australian film about World War One. And he also Gallipoli, which was also a great Australian film.
I'm telling you, if you guys want to see a good, we were talking about this on our show earlier, a good series on Netflix. 6 episodes just came out a couple weeks ago. American Primeval takes place in 1857.
I never heard of it.
It is freaking brutal.
Is it a Western?
Yeah, well, it centers around a real battle that happened in 1857, and it involves the Mormons, who were like some savage bastards back then. Is it Brigham Young? Is that the name of the governor? It was a Mormon. Yeah, he's in it. Well, obviously somebody playing him is in it. It is really good, and I mean the savagery of the Native Americans and even what these Mormons did. Woo! They don't pull any punches. It's Peter Berg directed it and created it.
So what's it called again?
American Primeval. It's on Netflix.
Okay.
I liked it so much. I mean, I've been known to binge stuff, but usually when I do, it's over a weekend because that's when I have time.
Mm-hmm.
I liked it so much. It's only, like I said, it's only 6 episodes, roughly 45 minutes to an hour each. I got through all 6 during a work week, which is really, and that's at night because I don't watch stuff during the day when I work. So
Joe Bernardo says American Primeval is a Mormon militia takeover of the Utah territories.
Yep. I just can't remember the name of the battle because I did watch a making of featurette, and Peter Berg, they were basically talking about how they filmed the big attack battle in the first episode and how it was based on a real one. And he mentioned the name, but I don't remember it. But
So
the cool thing about the battle, they filmed it all in one shot, one take. So seeing the behind the scenes stuff for it and just the prep that went into it and stuff was really cool.
So it's how the Mormons took the land from the Indians. Is that what it is?
So the basic battle that they highlight that kind of kicks off the story arc, because obviously they introduced Taylor Kitsch's the star. He's a fictional character. I think her name's Betty Gilpin. She plays a fictional character. So this battle kind of kicks off their story. And the Mormons basically attacked these white settlers, but they all wore hoods. So they basically blamed it on the Indians, this Native American tribe, so they could start kind of like this warring between the two. And then the Mormons would come in and save the day kind of thing.
So this is basically a show that really probably thrills the Mormon church.
Probably not.
Wow.
Dude, seriously, I had no idea these guys were that vicious back then. I was like, holy crap, that's not what I thought Mormons were.
All right, guys, I'm gonna take off.
All right, dude, did you get done?
Yeah, right.
Let's see it.
Tell Donald I'll say what's up.
Surely will. Surely will.
Come on.
Well, that would be a great Superman if you finished it.
I will.
Hey, if you put glasses on him, that'd be Clark Kent.
Yeah. It's amazing how the two are so similar.
Yeah.
Right. See you guys. Thanks.
See you later, man.
Dan. Thanks, man.
Right in.
Ooh, dinner bell.
Stealth X5 for 2 big ones says pancakes, butter, waffles.
Oh my God, I'm no good at these word games.
Is that salt? What is that? And Chinese food, or is it MSG maybe? Chinese food, ice cream, coconut, and a potato. That's like the worst meal anybody's ever put together on this show.
That's a very stealth. That's a very odd combination.
Okay.
That sure is. Another good show, since we're talking. You need to have Paramount Plus for this one. Landman, starring Billy Bob Thornton and John Hamm.
I hear a lot of good stuff about that.
Another Taylor Sheridan original, really good.
I am not a Billy Bob Thornton fan.
Really?
Oh, he is so good in this.
I think he's an.
No, I think he's a good. I think he's a good actor. I just don't like him.
Well, okay, yeah. Join the club, but
just like you, Aaron, you're a good artist. I just
don't like it.
Something
it sounds
about
like
tweaks
Billy
the
Bob
wrong
Thornton
way.
sounds like the guy from King of the Hill. Hank.
Yeah.
Hey everybody, what's going on? Got this way of talking.
How long have you been waiting? Let's bring that one on us.
Yeah, no doubt.
That was the first time I've ever done it.
Yeah, I know. Oh, okay. All right.
Now
Hey there, Bobby. What's going on there, Bobby?
It's like if you were on a talk show, impersonators will hint to the host, people to name drop, and then they
can go in
do the
and
impersonation.
Hey.
Well, he was saving that Jersey Italian thing. He had that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's holstered, ready to go.
Yeah.
What are you trying to say over here? You pushing my boots.
He came on the show this week thinking, this is the week Aaron's going to have me do a Jersey Italian guy. I can feel it. This is the week.
This is the week.
Look at Aaron already slapping ink down. This is why I don't like you.
Well, I started over too because I was trying to do a full figure, and this paper is just too small to contain the massiveness of Juggernaut. So
That's what they say about me.
yeah, I've heard that. I think Tina, what's her face, said that about you, didn't she?
Yeah, that's right. You did say that, didn't you?
That's just rumor.
There's no factual, confirmation of that.
No.
That's right.
All right. Hey, do we have a Katie Did sighting yet in the show?
No, haven't seen her yet.
Wow. Okay. I don't remember that. Too good to join us today. All right. No Queen Mickey either.
She usually shows up later on.
Okay. Just kind of feel like we're.
I think, correct me if I'm wrong, chat. I think Creative Faye is the only female in the chat right now.
Yeah.
Wow, look at Gary throwing down judgment on how people identify.
Hey, there's only 2 genders now.
Oh shit, you're right. America's
It's
back.
official. Yeah, it's official.
Let's see that. Kaiser's Creative Face says, Kaiser, say I sell comics and comic accessories in Hank's voice.
Okay. Wait, say it again. I
sell comics and oh my god.
Accessories?
Comics and comics accessories.
I sell comics accessories. I don't know how to say it. I've
I
only
can't
done
even say it with my normal voice.
I've never watched the show. Hey there, Bobby. I sure. No, I can't do it.
I can't do it. I give up.
Leg kick for 5 says Dan Lawless won. It's not a competition, and even if it were, he wouldn't have won because he didn't finish. We have certain rules on this show,
Yeah. Is there a landing party tonight?
Oh yeah.
What episode are you guys on?
Wolf in the Fold, the Jack the Ripper episode. One of my
Ooh,
favorites.
what season is that?
Season 2, where all the good episodes come from. Well, not all, but a lot.
Now I've got to ask a serious question because I don't really watch much of that.
Yeah.
When you say Jack the Ripper episode, what do you mean? Because I love the Jack the Ripper stuff. I mean, do they actually go to like London, Earth for some reason, or
No, Jack the Ripper follows them out into space.
what?
Oh yeah, it's a good one.
All right, I'm going to look it up.
Hold on a second. Aaron, you just contradicted yourself.
How?
You said Jack the Ripper follows them into space. Pause. It's a good one.
It's a good
What's
one.
wrong with that?
Yeah, I'm not.
That's
following.
an incongruity, if I ever heard one.
Are you just saying that Star Trek isn't good, so I couldn't say it's good?
I'm talking about the concept. Jack the Ripper follows them into space.
Well, that's like saying, yeah, they go back in time to get some whales. That can't be good, and yet it was.
Well, see, those were definitely my favorite episodes, the time traveling episodes.
No, well,
Did you denote the sarcasm in my voice there, Aaron?
I did, but I'm
Okay.
trying to defeat it with logic.
Okay, let's hear it.
Okay, Spock.
Bring it on.
I don't know that I have any real logic to defeat your argument.
Okay. And guess who is in the chat now?
Katie.
Yeah, Katie says, "Hey, Andy. Hello, Gary."
Well, hello, Katie.
Wow. Thanks, Katie. You come in late and then you don't even, there's other people on this show too. Jeez.
Hey, Katie.
Wow, Aaron.
Don't encourage her, Kizer. She didn't say hi to you, so why should you say hi to her? If she can't acknowledge the entire crew. Wow.
Katie, I'm offended. The gall, even.
Mm-hmm.
What's great about being a part-time host that comes on like twice a year? I get paid the same amount as you jumbos that come on once a week. You jabronis.
Well, actually, Aaron shares the goodies with everybody.
Oh.
Except I don't, not the guest stars, but
No.
Hey,
But
Jason-
I just
JC Vaughn.
turned that money back around and into the show, so it's
That's right.
profiting.
JC Vaughn, president of Gemstone Publishing, says there is no time travel in Wolf in the Fold. Yeah, there isn't. So I said that. I mean, I guess Gary kind of conflated time travel with the Jekyll and Hyde, the Jack the Ripper scenario.
Well, I was just comparing stupid story ideas.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Robert Block, who wrote Psycho, wrote.
Oh, okay. I stand corrected.
Okay, thank you. Katie did says hello, Kizer. Okay. All right.
Hey, Katie. How are you?
Oh, there it is. Finally. Hello, Aaron. Hope you're having a wonderful day. I am now. Thank you, Katie. Appreciate it.
Me too.
Aaron, you don't feel the sarcasm in that chat?
I try to give Katie the benefit of the doubt. I keep thinking that maybe she'll turn around.
And the other thing is, it's got to be tainted because she only compliments you when you shame her into it.
Yeah, but it's kind of like people say, like, when their mom tells them, "Oh, that art's really good," you kind of like, it doesn't mean anything, but it's still a compliment, so you still take it to heart. You're like, yeah, at least my mom likes my stuff. You never admit it, but deep down inside.
Okay, I see where you're coming from now.
Hey, Gary, if Aaron can shame Shelley into complimenting him, he can shame Katie into complimenting
That's
him.
true.
Okay.
I don't know that I ever have shamed Shelley into complimenting me, though.
Katie, you are welcome.
What? Thanks again, Gary, for stopping by last Monday night in my chat. Well, I've been in your chat, Katie. I just haven't commented because I don't feel comfortable.
What?
Well, that sounded like a load of crap.
What do you mean? Okay, please explain that.
Well, when you don't feel welcome someplace, you just kind of hiding in the shadows.
So on her show, while she's streaming, she's putting out a vibe that you are not welcome.
Well, no, she puts it out here, and then so it carries over.
She's never put out in her here that you're not welcome on her show. She's begged you to be on your show, and you say that it's too early.
I don't know. I just kind of get that vibe,
Oh, so it's a feeling.
Yeah, kind of like you have about Star Trek.
No, see, that's fact.
Am I gonna have to kick you now?
One of the best theme songs ever.
There you go. Well, at least Kaiser's there, at least acknowledging the greatness of the music.
Well, I have to agree. I like the theme song.
Okay.
How about this one? Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
On family.
That's a western. That's a western.
Yep, western. You got that?
Hold on a second.
Do 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 do.
Bonanza.
No. Oh, shoot.
Yeah, you got 5 seconds. 1,
The Virginian.
2,
Big Valley Days.
3,
Bonanza.
Hey.
4, 5.
Wells
Gunsmoke.
Fargo Days.
Gunsmoke.
Gunsmoke. That
Trying
was
to
not
get out
one
of
of my
Dodge.
favorite. That was not one of my favorite westerns. It wasn't.
Jerry takes everything back now.
I always wondered why the town madam was treated with such respect.
Yeah, that is a good question. Oh,
Wait, was treated with what?
Respect, Miss Kitty.
Why wouldn't she be? Good Lord.
Because she was in charge of all the.
I mean, she was like
she
one of
provided
the town's leading citizens.
but she provided quality entertainment for the.
Yeah, she provided services.
Yeah,
Quality entertainment.
it's a service-centered industry, and
The woman is keeping the oldest living profession alive, and you mock her.
Well, I think part of the problem is that when they started the series, I think the original series was in black and white, and she was kind of like middle-aged then, and the series lasted for like 50 years.
Yeah.
So to keep her looking, like a
So when the show ended, she looked like Aunt B. Is that what you're saying?
yeah. She had to wear a
pretty well.
ton of makeup to try to look younger, and it just
She always reminded me of Lucille Ball.
Exactly.
Lucille Ball did not age well. When she was really young, she was really pretty.
I was going to say,
yeah,
when she was young.
Yeah, I had a crush on her when I was a kid.
That's all that cigarette smoking, Hollywood cigarette smoking, right?
Yeah.
It ages him super quick.
Yeah.
Now the thing about Miss Kitty, though, wasn't she she wasn't when the show first started, she wasn't held in that high regard. She sort of earned her way into it as being a show favorite, didn't she?
Yeah.
She was kind of, everybody knew who she was and what she did, and
She was just the the typical saloon girl in the beginning, because you have a saloon, you got to have
right. But she became a fan favorite for obvious reasons. She provided the service, and then pretty soon she's the star of the show.
It's like, wait a minute, what does she do again?
What? I mean, you got to think that there was a time where, like you said, they put her in there as a saloon girl. Then suddenly she becomes popular, and you're like, okay, we've got to soften this character a little bit and
make her a member of the town council.
Right, exactly.
Rand Arrington is saying that his artwork arrived perfectly that I sent him. Good that always makes me nervous when I send out original art. So I appreciate updates of people receiving the art.
What was it you sent? Now I'm curious.
It's from the auction, right? Right.
Oh, cool.
The more expensive the piece too, the more you're sweating it. Or if you're sending it over to Europe,
Europe, you can't. You're at the mercy because you can't insure it.
Nope. I just had a guy in France. He bought my Grinch, Santa Claus Chasing the Grinch from the anniversary show, and then he wanted a Kit Carter commission with it, so I did that. And yeah, he just let me know the other day that, hey, it got here safely and not damaged.
Yeah, that's the other thing when people combine shipping, so that you're figuring out insurance, and it's like $3,000. It's like, oh great. Stealth X5 says he also he got his Nightcrawler from Aaron.
Oh, that was fast. Didn't you just do that last week?
Yeah. I shipped it right out. You know me, I'm prompt.
That's true.
Except I'm supposed to send you a Green Lantern piece, aren't I, Andy? Did I ever send?
Yeah. Glad I just you were.
I can't find it.
So you said, I'll just throw it in with your Kit Carter book. So when that showed up and all I got was that lousy Kit Carter book, I was a little disappointed.
Well, I couldn't find it. I don't know where it is. It's around here.
Are you not giving Andy a cannonball for that one?
I feel a little guilty about the artwork, so
that's right.
Because I did
that Catholic guilt.
Yeah, Andy, Katie is saying, by the way, Andy, I hope you are doing well.
I am doing well. We need to set up a time where I can come on the show.
Aaron, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Has Katie ever asked you if you were doing well?
I think she did earlier in the chat, didn't she? I think she did. That's why I responded favorably, because she asked about my well-being. I said, "There's got to be a little sincerity in there." Okay,
all right.
Well, you didn't ask me if I was doing well, Katie. Come on.
Yeah.
She didn't ask Aaron because she saw his appearance and pretty much knew the answer.
No, she's saying bull about my, not feeling comfortable to say anything in the chat. So she's not buying that.
Yeah, I was trying to instigate something, but it backfired.
It backfired. Damn it.
Gary's got to earn his money, by keeping things salty around here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to stay out of the chat. I have no idea what's going on in there. I look over there and there's just rando conversations that I have no understanding of. So it's like,
Randy Howell is saying Andy cares about his backers. He's the only bro selling a beanie on his campaign during
exactly. Keep your head nice and warm.
Hey, now I have beanies on my website.
Not the same.
You're selling beanies during the summer.
Well, I sell beanies year round, but right there, man, you can get this Wraith of Gods on my website right now.
Okay.
Ship out immediately. How about that?
Good to know. I will seriously consider purchasing one of those.
Well, there you go. Okay.
What are they made out
of? Material.
Yeah.
They're I don't know. There's no tag on here.
What do you mean you don't know?
Did
you have anything to do with having them made?
Yes, but
they're made out of the highest quality tarantula pelt you can find.
Tina's bush.
Okay, I'm out.
Tina's tarantulas.
It's
when you say Tina's tarantulas, that puts a whole different spin on it.
No, wait a minute. It's made in the USA. How about that? And it says 95% acrylic.
Okay, I'm out then.
5% lycra.
No, see, no good.
What? What do you expect it to be?
Wool, baby.
Oh, so your head itches? There's no wool in this. It's a very comfortable wear.
No, the wool they make now is You're thinking of like army blanket wool.
Yeah,
No, they don't make it like that anymore.
That's the wool I grew up with.
Yeah, wool, it's like your head can get wet, and wool will keep your head warm.
What?
Acrylic, yeah, if it's acrylic or anything else, forget about it. You get rain.
Who's supposed to be wearing a stocking cap in the rain?
It's Northwest. You never know.
Well, Sean Allen for £2 says, close Kizer's face cam so we can see the art. It doesn't work that way, Sean. If I close his face cam, then his art disappears with him.
Oh.
Because it's attached to him.
Well, we were seeing it.
Yeah, you're seeing it right there on the, are you not looking? It's right there on the, are you seeing it, Gary?
That little red square?
Yes.
I see it.
Okay. Now it's a bigger red. There it is, right there.
Oh, you're doing, is that the background?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blaming me for
Best name I can think of says Gary is a hat snob, confirmed. I will not dispute that. Billy Tucci says, give me a wrench, Lopez, or I'll tell all your secrets.
Well, the thing is, Billy, I know yours too, so be careful.
So you're not going to give him a wrench? Billy, Aaron doesn't like to stop drawing, to push buttons.
Yeah, that's not really, that's what Gary's here for.
Yeah, but I can't give him a wrench, can I?
I know, crying out loud, Billy. Jeez. All right.
He's complaining, but he'll do it.
Okay, let's see. Billy Tucci, let's see. Well, see, now I got to go to YouTube to do, that's the thing. It doesn't.
No, see, now we hear the diatribe of complaints.
Well, it's true. It's not easy. Trying to host a show, and then I got to go do this, and then it's like,
yeah, you always throw in hosting the show.
I am hosting the show.
We know that.
I'm responsible for these people.
We know that.
All right. Billy, you're now a managing moderator, whatever that means. Billy Tucci is now a managing moderator for your channel. There it is. I wrenched you.
Yeah, Past Master Dan is gloating.
Past Master Dan is a wrench, doesn't he?
Billy Tucci,
No,
related to the famous Stanley Tucci, of the Tucci families.
Don't encourage him, because Billy lies like my mom would say, you lie like a rug. And that's what Billy does. He takes these stories and he always hooks me because I believe him when I know I shouldn't.
Yep.
Oh, Katie did for $5. Come by anytime, Andy, and I hope you're doing well, Kizer. Aaron, come as well. I won't bite, I promise. Okay.
Thank you.
Gary, was that a sincere? Was that a sincere invitation?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Billy says, I have one more week to be a graybeard before I shave it off for my Errol Flynn mustache.
Well, I guess we'll have to have Gary on next week, or Billy on next week, won't we?
Yeah.
Well, you just volunteered, Billy, to be on the show next week.
Did you not hear that, Aaron?
Oh. Billy for 20. Holy smokes.
What?
Oh, see.
Oh, he owes you money. I was about to say, damn, Billy, I've got a channel you could super chat on.
No, it's not Billy's fault. See, now you're making me feel bad. Thank you. And about time. Here's half the 40 I owe you from SDCC. All right. Here's the story. Okay. Billy invites me to dinner, right? There's no expectation of, like he invited, I'll pay for your dinner, but it's like they have this dinner on Friday night. I'm like, yeah, I want to go. So we go and meet at this Mexican restaurant. And as everybody knows, I don't drink very much at all. And I'm a beer a year kind of guy. So,
Same here.
So I go to this thing and I have one beer, and somebody at the end of the table not an acquaintance of mine, but a friend of Billy's, divides up the tab, or but he just is like, he just divides it all equally when everybody's been having tons of drinks, right?
And you had the salad, and everybody
Sounds
else had
fair.
steak.
Exactly. So I ended up getting stuck paying for everybody's booze, which always irritates the crap out of me. But it wasn't Billy's fault. He didn't do it. It was this other guy at the end of the table. So I didn't say anything when I probably should have, but there was a lot of people there and I didn't want to make a scene and be the guy, be that guy. So, and now Billy feels guilty, and he shouldn't feel guilty because it wasn't his fault. But
Yeah, but he's Catholic.
it's true. He's got that Catholic guilt.
Yep.
So out of that 20 that he just super chatted, Aaron, how much actual money will you get from that?
Well, we all know that YouTube takes 30%. So what's 70% of 20 would be $14. And then I have to divide it up with you clowns. So I'll get about
$4.
$5. Yeah, something like that.
I never get any money. Oh boy.
You gotta be a regular, not just a semi-regular. You have to be full regular.
Remember back in the day, back in the 50s, they used to say things twice. Hey, well, you're a bad man. You're a really bad man. I don't like you. I really don't like you.
Yeah, they're gonna say it and then repeat it and throw in really.
Gee golly whiskers. Let's see.
Well, high praise. GJ Martinez says you guys are doing God's work with these drawings.
Well, we were put here for a reason, Gary. And I'm starting to think it was the live stream sketching.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, that I heard.
The hell was that?
Billy, another 5. He goes, it was Soloff. Besides, I don't believe that super chats are real money anyway, since I've never seen any from my channel.
Billy's like, super chats, it's just monopoly money, right? I'm not really paying anything right now, am I?
Yeah. Well, that's a shot at his buddy.
Oh, I know.
I don't know. I probably shouldn't say, but yeah, he does not get any super chats. They're taken by his partner. So there you go. It's tragic. Yeah, see, Billy, not everybody's as kind as I am, and then I offer to my my comrades here. Can I say comrades? Did I just get in trouble?
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Comrade.
So, it's that Italian generosity that I have.
That's it.
I have no idea if Italians are generous or not, but
They are.
Can I look forward to seeing that on your the headstone on your grave? Here lies
Aaron was the generous.
Not everyone was as kind as he was.
Yeah, well,
I remember one Italian told me, "You want to sleep with the fishes, or do you want to sleep in the bushes? Well, which one? Which one is it?"
No, I think.
Wait a minute.
That would be a nice thing to say.
Who was telling you this?
One of the Italians over here in Jersey. I was like,
the Italians.
Yeah, the Italians.
Well, given the choice, I think I'd rather sleep in the bushes because I feel like drowning is my other option, and I don't really like that option.
No.
But I could never understand why the mob, they kill you with a baseball bat. It's like, dude, just shoot me in the head and get it over with. Why do you have to beat me to death? It's like,
because they want to torture you.
Yeah, I know.
They're teaching Aaron. They're teaching you a lesson.
Yeah. Teaching everybody else a lesson, right? Yeah, I don't like that. Do you remember that scene in the Untouchables where De Niro is Al Capone and he walks up behind that guy and cracks him in the head with that baseball bat?
Oh, yeah.
You hear that hollow coconut sound?
Yeah, I didn't like that.
That's good. Hey, it brought me back, Every time I see that, I think Jersey.
Brought me back to my youth. Well, who's that guy on The Walking Dead who has the baseball bat with the barbed wire on it? So he makes it even worse.
Oh, Negan.
Yeah. Oh
Negan.
god. Yeah.
Haven't seen that show in a minute.
Didn't he kill? Who was the Asian kid in that show?
Oh shit, I don't remember his name. I mean, honestly, God, it's got to have been probably 10 years since that kid got whacked off that show.
I know it's amazing how that show's still running, isn't it? Or is it
No,
not?
not the main one. No.
Okay.
Was Revenge of the Truck? I forgot the newest one.
Rand comes in first. Oh, I'm sorry. Admiral Wackass came in first with Glenn.
Oh,
Glenn,
Glenn, yeah.
Shoot, I'm way behind. John. Who said it first? John did. Glenn.
Yeah, Glenn got his head beat in by Negan.
Oh yeah, his eye was all hanging out.
He was to me, he was the only likable character in the whole show.
He was in the first episode, wasn't he?
Wait a minute, Glenn?
Yeah,
Negan.
Glenn.
Glenn was in the first one, I think. Yeah.
There are characters that I thought were cool, but in terms of likability, Glenn
was nice.
Yeah, he was a good kid.
He's the voice of Invincible. In the
Yes, he is.
Okay, so you know the blonde gal,
Maggie.
She hooked up with the governor, and then she got killed shortly after.
Yeah.
What was her name?
Don't
Oh.
Anyway, I was in the elevator with her at a Boston Comic-Con, and being the sensitive Italian that I am, I wanted to tell her that I liked her character, or I liked the progress of her character, because I didn't like her character at the beginning. I hated her. I thought she was a real and but then I really liked her, and by the time I really liked her, then they killed her.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Damn it, I can't remember her name, but
yeah, and
she was one of the original cast members too, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But she was always kind of whiny and bitchy, and it was like,
yeah. Well, a woman.
Yeah, and
wow.
Well, my door's open. I hope Shelly didn't hear that.
You just agreed with me, guys.
I got confused.
I didn't agree with that.
Yeah,
I set him up for a little pushback. Instead, he just rolls right with it. Yeah.
He tricked me. I got confused. So anyway, I'm in the elevator with her, and I said, I think I said, sorry that you got killed. I really enjoyed your character. And because I didn't want to, get too in depth, because I didn't want to offend her by saying I hated your character at first. So anyway, but then she said, yeah, I'm a little disappointed too. And I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. I said, did they just like sneak up on you with this, like, and let you, last second kind of let you know you're dead? And she's like, yes. She was supposed to be an ongoing character, and then they killed her off. And it was kind of like you show up for work one day and they're like, oh yeah, by the way, you die. And so she was.
Yeah,
she was.
I heard that they didn't tell they're going to kill someone off. They didn't.
Yeah,
they didn't
I've
tell
heard
the
that.
actor.
I heard that too on that show they used to do after The Talking Dead. People that got bounced off like that, they would say, yeah, you just show up and it's like, oh yeah, by the way, here's your script and you die in this episode. It's like, what?
Yeah, that's what she said. She was not happy about it. And then I felt really bad for even bringing it up.
Yep. Didn't Robert Kirkman do that in the books as well? Like just killed off characters that people got attached to. Viewers.
That's one of the reasons why I originally enjoyed, the first couple of seasons, is because you didn't know who was going to be killed. And so when main characters were in peril, they were really in peril. And so you didn't know if they were going to. Because my dad, when I was a kid, watching Batman TV series, I'd be worried about Batman, and he'd say, they can't kill Batman. There wouldn't be a TV show.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, Dad.
Yeah.
But with Walking Dead, that wasn't the case.
Yeah.
Well, I quit watching it because it got too repetitive.
Yeah, I lost interest too.
And when the governor got killed, that was it. That's when I turned it off, because I go, well, now they're just going to bring in a new villain. It's going to start all over again.
I invested so much time into it, and I knew that it was going to be ending. So I'm like, well, I'm going to watch it until the end.
Yeah.
And then I did try to watch. I watched the first season of like Daryl Dixon, and I was like, it wasn't bad, but I haven't gone back for the second season. I watched one of the other spinoffs for one season. I was like, yeah, okay, whatever. Haven't gone back. So
They should create one called the Running Dead. That'd be awesome.
yeah. Well, I mean, I was actually kind of hoping.
Yeah, I don't like
Yeah.
zombies that can run faster than me.
Oh,
Well, wasn't
that's
that thing with
scary.
World War Z? That
Yeah.
Brad Pitt movie? Like
Yeah,
zombies could like, dude, they were like Olympic sprinters.
Yeah.
yeah. And what's that? Train to Busan?
Oh yeah.
I haven't seen that. I heard it's great though.
That is a good
Oh,
film.
it is so good.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
good
yeah.
film.
It's so scary.
Sean,
And
or-
a lot of characters that you start liking get killed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Including the
So you're mad. I was mad, like
Yeah.
all these characters like, hey man,
How can they kill
I
him?
got mad.
Well, do you guys see Westworld?
yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, the
one?
movie or the TV show?
The movie, the original
Yeah.
movie. from
The original
70s.
movie, yeah.
No, I didn't-
Yeah.
I was
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
as a kid, I was so ticked off that James Brolin got killed because I like he's the cool guy. Now you understand from a thematic standpoint, like it's much more interesting to have the nerdy guy survive and try to,
Right.
But I was sitting there going, James Brolin's a cool guy. He just got killed. I couldn't believe it. I was stunned.
I didn't even know there was a movie. I thought
Oh
it was
my
just
gosh,
a
Oh yeah, Yul Brenner when he takes his face off. I was a kid and I was like,
Oh, yeah.
whoa, what the?
No, that's a great movie. I love it.
No, and then all the choices of the different worlds that you could be in. I would have chosen the West world
Oh yeah. I mean, it's
to
like,
be, to be a gunfighter. That was
Sure.
Yeah.
and know you're gonna win. The quick draw.
well, it's kind of like who wants to be what was it, medieval world and then Roman world,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It's like, medieval world, like the one guy, that kind of comic relief guy that end up getting killed.
Right.
You have to sword fight people and stuff. And
Right.
those swords are big and heavy. It's like, come on, I'm here to relax, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me a gun. They're like,
Yeah, exactly. I want to just shoot somebody. Get it over with.
I don't have to get up and close with a gun like I do with a sword.
Yeah.
But those guys were, in Westworld, they were what like robbing banks and
Yeah. Just
like evading posses and stuff like that.
I always wondered how much that cost as a vacation spot.
Yeah.
Oh, to do like a week at Westworld.
Yeah, I mean, they never say, but you're like, it had to have been astronomical to afford all that.
Yeah, you're right. Oh, Aaron, you were wondering about Queen Mickey. She's in the chat.
There she is.
Queen Mickey in the chat tonight. What's up?
I used to go to the movies a lot in the 70s by myself because I could never find anybody to go with.
Yeah, I do that too. I like to go to movies in the middle of the day. So when you leave the theater after watching the movie, it's still daylight.
Yeah.
And you have a feeling that, you're playing hooky or something.
Well, I would always go like Saturday afternoon type stuff. And I would always, I was in junior high in the 70s. So I was like, had my mom take me, dump me off at the theater, and I'd go see whatever, I saw Close Encounters by myself. I think I saw Westworld by myself. went and saw Future World, the sequel, which is not as good, with Peter Fonda.
Yeah, that was not as good.
I lived about 5 minutes away. Well, I worked about 5 minutes away from a movie theater, and me and my brother would go because he worked the same place. We would go to a matinee on lunch break. And
Lunch break.
That's a
How the
pretty
hell
long
long is your lunch break?
well, we usually got about an hour lunch break, so it was called a blow. But yeah, we would watch that. We'll watch like some of the movie. We couldn't watch the whole thing because we had to get back to work, but we'd mostly watch it for free because they wouldn't take our tickets. Like we would sometimes. Well, in the beginning we were buying tickets, but then we realized, okay, well, these workers don't really care if you just go into the movie theater and watch it for free. So,
Well, yeah, we used to what did they call it when you'd go pay for one movie, then you'd go in after that was over, you'd stay in there and go see another
Oh,
one.
they call that stealing and against the law.
Oh, here comes more of my Catholic guilt.
I used to work at a delicatessen in a mall, and nearby was a theater, and the manager of the theater would come into the restaurant every day for lunch. And I got to know him a little bit, and so he let me see the movies for free.
Oh.
And I probably saw Marathon Man with Dustin Hoffman and Roy Scheider. I probably saw that about 20 times.
That's a good movie.
I'm not joking. And
pretty good.
Rollerball, I probably saw that about 20 times. One with James Caan.
Oh yeah.
Never saw that.
Well, man, Marathon Man, when Laurence Olivier's like doing the dentistry on Hoffman
is it safe?
Oh god, I was just like, oh,
I know.
Go to the dentist anyway. Then you watch something like that, and you really don't want to go to the dentist.
No, I did that to my brother after I saw the movies. I duct taped him to a chair.
Oh wow.
And I turned the light on him, and I kept saying, "Is it safe?" And he started to panic, because he hadn't seen the movie.
Torturing me.
I just kept saying it over and over again, and he's trying to figure out exactly like the movie. He was trying to figure out what I meant and to answer it.
Yeah, what am I supposed to say here?
Panic.
Is it safe? Yeah, it's safe. It's safe.
Yeah, it's very safe. It's so safe you wouldn't believe it.
Do you remember?
No, it's not safe. It's very dangerous. You have to be careful.
Do you remember what the actual response was supposed to be? Did they ever reveal that in the movie? I can't remember.
What do you mean actual response?
Well, his code word was "Is it safe?" Right, and he didn't know how he was supposed to respond. Did they ever reveal?
Well, later, Laurence Olivier was telling him that he was afraid that he was going to be robbed from his diamonds. This is spoiler alert, by the way.
Yeah.
He was going to be robbed of his diamonds, and so he thought Dustin Hoffman was plotting with Roy Scheider, his older brother, to rob him. And so he was asking him if it was he was going to withdraw the diamonds from the bank. Is it safe for him to do that?
Oh.
So he was paranoid that he was going to be robbed. I mean, that was the whole point of torturing Dustin Hoffman.
Well, the end where he makes him swallow the diamonds.
Yeah,
that was a pretty good scene. That's a crazy movie. It was good.
It was a great movie.
Did you ever see The Boys from Brazil?
Yes.
I have never seen that. Is it any good?
It's very good.
Okay.
The theme of that film gave me the idea for the moth stories that I did for Steve Root.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that story was never fleshed out to to that degree, but that's where it was going.
I used that premise in Power Cubed because the villain in Power Cubed was Dr. Cruel, who was like this neo-Nazi, and he was a young apprentice back when they were doing the South American, Hitler cloning stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And but it was based on that movie, but I'd never seen the movie because that's Gregory Peck and is Olivier in that too?
I don't remember.
It's like every 70s
Chat was Laurence Olivier in Boys from Brazil.
He was like in every 70s Nazi film.
Yeah. Yeah, but no, it's an excellent movie. Very creepy.
Yes. Well, the whole premise, it's almost like a horror film.
Yeah.
Hey, let me know when you guys want to talk about movies in a generation that, Kizer and I could, relate to.
Well,
Write these down. These are all excellent. They're
Aaron's
all
next
excellent
question is
films.
Aaron's
And-
next question. Hey, Gary, you remember when we went and saw Wizard of Oz?
Yeah.
Who was that? Those flying monkeys?
oh,
Andy, write these down. These are all excellent films.
So how come they don't make silent movies anymore?
Yeah,
I used to love those.
yeah. I miss the acting in silent films.
Oh,
Yeah.
I did a profile on doggone it, what's his name? Pretty famous commercial artist. Doggone it. Just on my last Sunday show, and he was born in 1927, right? But he was credited for doing the movie poster for Gone with the Wind, which was 1939. I'm like, he did not do that when he was 12,
Maybe he did.
So I went and I did some more searching on it, and he actually did the re-release poster in 67. But the thing is, he did the same poster. This was what was weird to me. He did the same poster of, Clark Gable, the famous, holding Vivian Lee, like he's about to kiss her kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I could have swore that was the original movie poster. I'm like, well, why did they have him repaint it? I mean, it looks really great, but it was bizarre to me that they would, have him basically do the same poster over when they could have just used the actual poster from that period. So it's interesting, but
What the geez?
Not sure.
Spam bot for $10. Thank you. Nice muscle, especially Gary.
I'm not sure what that means.
I'm not either. I mean, I'm sure he's referring to all of us that are drawing muscular figures, but
yeah, the muscle I'm using is between my ears.
Oh, whoa. Hey.
Between where? What now?
My brain.
This is a family show.
Gotcha.
It's a family show, buddy.
Yeah, seriously.
My head bone.
That doesn't make it any better, Gary. Think about what you just said.
You're not
My noggin.
There you go.
No, not Reed
My
Crandall.
noodle.
The commercial.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Well,
not
that
good.
doesn't help either, but
Oh my gosh.
insult yourself.
We're back. We're back where we started.
Oh.
The circle is complete.
Howard Turpning is the artist,
Okay, yeah, I've heard of him.
and he's mostly known for his Western work, but actually it's more like Native American. Almost all of his paintings, his fine art, his Native American stuff is really, really good. But he was a commercial illustrator for years, and in the 60s, like a lot of those guys did, they went into fine arts.
Sure.
And they certainly had the skill for it. But yeah, so he did. He painted The Sound of Music, Dr. Zhivago, and then the re-release for Gone with the Wind, which was just like the original. So there you go.
He was an awesome artist.
Yep.
No, he might have had something to do with getting a second gig and saying, no, don't use the original. Let me repaint it.
That's true. Yeah, maybe. I could repaint it, make it a little bit,
Yeah.
a little bit cleaner for reproduction.
Yep.
Oh, that's very possible. I got to learn to start throwing my pens away when they don't work anymore. I'm just grinding into the paper.
I got to admit, I've got a hard time doing that too.
I do the same thing. I have a jar that I'll put them in, and then it's like I'll use these someday.
Yeah, there's still a little bit of ink left in here, and you're just carving up the paper trying to get an ink line out of it.
I can't throw my pen away because it's $110 every time I throw it.
It's like, hey, Kizer, those are recyclable. You know that, right?
I've lost so many of these Apple pins. Oh my gosh.
I remember Tim Townsend informing me that for the first time that Copic markers were refillable. I've been throwing them away for like years. And I was like, what?
Oh, you mean the actual colored ones you were throwing away?
Well, the grayscale markers, yeah.
Oh my God, you didn't know that?
I didn't know that.
Wow.
I think I was at a show and he was there, and I ran out of ink and I just tossed it. He goes, "Dude, you can refill those, you know." I'm like, "What? What?" No.
The cue should have been when he dug it out of the trash and said, "Finders keepers."
Yeah, it's like, "Can I have this?" "Yeah, sure. Why do you want it?" No reason. Go back to his tape,
fucker.
He's
Eric
refilling
Eric Staub, am I saying that correctly? God, just tuned in. The tick is nigh invulnerable. Well done, Andy.
Oh, thank you. Well, we'll be for sale. So
That's right. Everything's for sale.
Curious Potato says, I'm always so impressed how you guys ink with confidence. I'm so scared to use black. Kizer, don't be offended.
Yeah, that was he wasn't taking a shot. I don't think he was. Might have been.
That's the whole secret. The inking is commitment.
No fear.
Yeah.
That's
you
right.
have to commit to the line. You can't sketch.
You know, I am now, since I've been introduced to these these Japanese pens, and then I just finally, someone hooked me up. There's a art supply store in like Great Britain, I guess, called Jackson's or something, Jackson Art or something like that you can actually get those Raphael Kalinsky's 8404 series.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I just got 2 of them.
What's shipping costs though?
It wasn't
Yeah.
bad. It wasn't bad
Yeah.
at all. Seriously, it was like I don't know, $15 or something. It was hardly anything.
Well, you'll have to send me a link because that's music to my ears. I love those brushes.
So I just got 2 of them, and so I've been using my brush. I've been using these pens, these Japanese pens. What are they called? The Kurasaki's or something.
Well, it depends on which one you're using. Kuretake.
Yeah, Kuretake, and then I'll use the microns too. So it's like all these things are getting used on, like one page. It's really I've really become one of those guys. It's like whatever's within reach.
Oh yeah, that's how I've been on Cordrat the whole time.
Using a brush though, I get so much ink on my hands, it drives me nuts.
What the? Okay. All right, sloppy. I don't have that problem.
No, I am. I'm very, you dip it in the ink and sometimes you dip it in too far and then it gets up on the handle. And I grip the handle pretty far up towards to the tip and shut up.
Talking about inking?
Oh my God. I knew it. It's like,
hey, I didn't start laughing first. The child over here did.
I tried to hold it.
Speaking of inking, David Williams says always bet on black.
That's right.
Exactly.
Indeed. So it's kind of weird. I was too much of a purist back in the day to ever like mix, I'm doing everything with a brush or whatever. And now I'm just like, hey, whatever works, dude, just get her done.
That's right.
Yeah, I think that might be one of the major differences between a neo pro and a seasoned pro is that a seasoned pro will use whatever tool it takes.
Oh, well, there was a period of time, and Gary, and you're a brush snob inker. You're very much, or at least you used to be, very snobbish about, because it's
I probably am more of a snob now than I was.
Because it's hard to use a brush.
Yeah, but you can't use a brush for absolutely everything. Sometimes a pen comes in handy.
Yep, that's true.
But I tend, the reason I switched is because I get sloppy with my brush inking after I've been doing it a while.
Hmm.
And because
Yeah,
I get whatever.
I get more controlled and better line quality the more I
Really?
go. Yeah. So when I start out, it's crummy, and then it gets better as I go.
I was always good for like inking a cover. You know, I could maintain my control and my focus for a cover and be as, you know, as tight and controlled as I wanted to be. But you start getting into pages and you're like, I'm halfway through the first panel. I'm already like, and you're just like, I can't do this. I got it. So
That's interesting.
using the pens. So I didn't
So
have
you burn out and you have to go to
Yeah.
the pen.
Well, it requires so much focus, and I'm not as focused as I maybe once was.
Interesting.
And I never, you know, as a penciler in the industry, I never inked my own stuff. You know, so now here I am doing this, you know, and doing our own books and inking everything, doing everything. And it's kind of like, you know, that relief I used to get when I finished penciling a page now is like, I'm only halfway done.
Right.
Yeah. Well, for me, I've always had a slight tremor in my inking hand. And once I start working after a while, it goes away. But a lot of times it comes and goes, but sometimes it's really bad and I have to stop. And sometimes it's just, I you know, force myself to continue, and then it'll go away.
Well, that's when you switch to Klaus Janson mode, right?
Yeah.
Well, I just have to keep at it until I have the control back. So I try to do, you know, like lines that aren't that important. You know, I don't work on faces and hands right away. I save those for last.
Charles Schultz, didn't he have a trimmer? He developed one over
Towards the end, yeah. Well, I mean, probably
I'd
what,
not heard
last
that.
20 years or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I had a trimmer when I was like 30 years old.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Oh, I'm missing a couple of these.
Did they say where it came from? Why you had a trimmer in the first place?
No.
The pressure just got to him.
Yep.
Stealth X5 for $2. Andy's piece is coming out great.
Well, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
And there's one before that.
Well, thanks a lot, Stealth.
The Muskers. Yeah, when you did Quasar, man, I was like, oh my gosh, I now know anatomy.
Oh,
you
thank you.
Yeah. So I studied you and Bart Sears, especially when Bart Sears was doing Brutes and Babes for Wizard.
Oh, yeah.
Like, oh wow.
Hey, man.
Katie, do you think Aaron is not showing your super chat on purpose?
You bastard.
Does Katie have a super chat? Oh,
No. Gary's
Katie
just making
Channel.
stuff up.
She says $2. Kizer, that looks amazing. Okay,
Oh,
thank you. Appreciate that.
Wow.
Yeah.
A little bit toot in that.
No, you know.
You see, I think she's being sincere.
Must be coming up on dinner time. Aaron's getting a little hangry.
That Juggernaut looked awesome, though, dude.
Queen Mickey is saying, Gary, when you guys sell your original art, you should include the pen you used to draw it. That's not a bad idea.
I had never thought of that, but
yeah, I'd not thought of that either.
Yeah.
That's how I can get rid of all my dried up ones because they don't know
Right.
what I use.
And that's anything so we can jack up the price.
Yeah, if you'd like the pen, it's another $20.
Okay, old dirty fatty, you're on my good guy list.
Oh boy, what is
Says Gary's tremors because he has so much talent that he that it's trying to come out through his hand.
Wow.
Uh-oh.
Bravo, old dirty.
All I could think of when you said that, Gary, is there are many people watching now that would love to be able to ink as well as you, and they're going, wait a second. He pulls that slick ass shit and he has freaking tremors, and they throw all their art supplies away, and they're like, I'll never be there. My hand's steady as a rock. Forget it.
I actually use two hands when I ink.
What?
Yeah, I hold the brush with one hand and then brace my other hand with my left hand.
Now, you used to tell me that you did that, but you just didn't know what to do with your hand, so you just would put it there.
Now I have to do it.
Now you're saying, so the truth is you're covering up the tremors.
Probably, yeah. Katie is yelling. She's saying, I will have to say, Andy, yours is looking great.
Thank you, Katie.
Like in capital letters?
Yes.
Okay. That's fine.
And Stell, did I miss yours? Aaron, did you not hear that?
I hear Kizer going, doot, 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 doot.
Oh yeah, I'm doing. I can be.
That's cool.
Stealth X5 for $2. Aaron, your Juggernaut is awesome. Don't worry. Okay, thank you. See,
Yeah.
Stealth's a good guy. I know I can trust his opinion.
Look at those extensor muscles.
So you, so you're saying that you feel that Stealth is sincere
Yes.
and Katie is sketchy.
Yeah, a little sketchy.
Okay. But it's just based on your intuition. You have no actual facts to back it up.
Well, I know Stealth has actually bought some of my artwork before, so I know that he must.
Oh, okay. Enough said.
Yeah.
All right, I get it.
I'm like doing like Kelsey now. It's like I'm kind of done with the drawing, but I keep noodling it because I've still got time.
I know. That's what I've been doing.
Well, we got about Kizer. How close are you to being done? Because we're almost at 4.
About 5 more minutes or so.
Okay. All right, Gary, you heard him.
Now, David is asking. Well, actually, he's demanding that you give him a wrench. So you pens down, Aaron.
Well, why would I have to give David a wrench since he's like a regular on the show? He has access, but I'll do it.
Okay, Katie, I will read your comment. Okay, well, David is where is it? Well, Aaron is looking for
I got him. I got him a wrench.
Okay, Katie says, Aaron, it's okay, hun. She's calling you hun. Remember what I said. Capital letters. You're God's gift to the world. ... I mean women.
Wow, that's a big compliment. All right. I'll see if Shelley.
Which part is sincere and which part is.
Well, I'll have to see if Shelley agrees with that or not. All right. I guess I'll sign this thing because
Are you done?
if I keep going, I may ruin it.
David is posting a YouTube link where I'm inking a video of me inking with 2 hands. Oh, hold on a second.
There it is. GJ Martinez for 20. Wow, thank you, GJ. Appreciate that. GJ's down there in Texas. Says, Aaron, your Juggernaut is coming along amazing. Your poses are always eye-catching with the characters that you draw. Also, you should show your tick drawing when Andy is done with his. Let's see who's his best. Blood must spill.
Oh, it's the tick, not Conan.
I don't have it. I sold it. I mean, I have a scan of it someplace, but I have to dig it up, and that feels like effort. Hey, speaking of Gary, do you have a what's Gary's beef for this week?
I can do a quick one.
All right, let's run the intro, and then by the time you're done with that, Kizer will be done, and we can show and tell. Or here we go. All right, Gary, what's your beef?
This week, my beef is against people that laugh at their own jokes.
Oh boy.
Well, I should leave.
Yeah, I go. I guess he's
Wow, way to target a guest.
exactly.
I do that all the time.
I've got again. There's a backstory, but I'll make it short. But I won't tell the backstory. I'll give an example. I've got a neighbor, my chatty neighbor. I've mentioned her before.
Who's in the chat, by the way, probably.
That she's a little. Her jokes are a little crude. I'll just say that. I won't give an example.
Yeah.
But she will bust out laughing after she says her joke. And I realize that it puts me in an awkward social situation. That if I don't approve of the joke or I don't think it's funny, am I obligated to pretend it's funny and laugh with her?
No,
Because that's what she's hoping for.
I say no.
I do give courtesy laughs to people all the time because
So that's exactly what it is. And the other thing is she's actually asking for approval.
Yeah, that's true. No,
What she's laughing at. So not only is she wanting me to approve her joke, she's wanting me to
justify
signify with my fake laughing that it was funny. And that's what I'm thinking of. I'm struggling with this dilemma as she's laughing. Therefore, I'm not laughing. So I'm offending her without trying because I'm trying to unravel this, social dilemma.
Well, so then maybe her jokes are funny. You're just not paying attention.
No, trust me.
Okay. All right.
They're not funny. And that's just not her. I'm talking about, I think obviously I thought about this. My theory is people who laugh at their own jokes are insecure.
Of course.
And they're hoping you will laugh with them.
Right.
And so they're not even sure if the joke is funny.
I laugh at my own jokes all the time, even when I'm alone.
And you laugh at your own jokes
That's
when
the best
you're
time
talking
too.
to yourself.
I crack myself up. Some might call it insanity, but I call it.
Okay. So going
Silly.
back to my backstory, my father was the worst offender of laughing at his own jokes. And the trouble was he would repeat a joke over and over and over. And so as kids, I have two brothers, we would have to suffer through hearing a joke for the fourth or fifth time. And my dad would tell the joke, then he would tell the punchline, and he would laugh like Ricky Ricardo. That was his laugh. And the laugh would go on for like 30 seconds. And he did this every time. He would tell the joke, Ricky Ricardo impersonation, but that was his real laugh. And then he would tell the punchline a second time and then laugh again.
Wow.
That scarred me for life. So please, in my presence, no tarantulas and no laughing.
Look at this.
Jokes.
Even your dad isn't safe from your vitriol. Wow. All
That's
right.
okay. He passed a long time ago, so I'm free to drag him in the dirt.
Okay.
So I had to, we were exposed to the Ricky Ricardo routine with the same joke over and over again.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen. Should we do this?
Sure.
All right. I will share mine.
Oh.
So there you go. That is
Juggernaut.
focus. Focus.
Sweet.
Focus.
Awesome.
There you go.
Focus.
Look at all that crazy
Oh,
cross
look at
hatching in
that
there.
sweet cross hatching.
Yeah. Nothing like drawing big muscular dude.
How come that guy is always ticked off?
That's part of his superpower, isn't it?
Is that helmet like bolted to
His
body?
mystical.
Yeah, I don't know how that helmet, it's like bolted to his body or something. I
So
mean,
that would make me
yeah, I'd be kind of
really
pissed
angry.
off.
Yeah, he can't take his freaking helmet off.
Yeah,
You know how
yeah.
long it's been since he's washed his hair? Come on.
I thought he could take his hair. He's got red hair, doesn't he? He's,
Yeah, that's true. We've never
All right,
seen
so he can
him
take his helmet
with
off.
his helmet off. He could be Clark Kent.
No, wait a minute. Didn't he take his helmet off in was it what was the Alan Davis series? Excalibur.
Excalibur.
Didn't he like an issue? He was in that issue, like issue 4 or 5, and I think he had his helmet off.
And he wasn't angry all the time.
That's right.
I mean, he could take it off, but then it's just kind of like, does he carry a little Allen wrench with him to undo those little bolts when he takes it off?
That could be. Oh, Aaron, David is saying he put a link in the private message, the Graybeard private message.
For what?
He doesn't say.
Now I'm supposed to go look at this.
Yeah.
Oh my! It's the end of the show. Okay, let's see.
Yeah. See, I was hinting at it, and David just blatantly calls you a nerd.
Oh, I see. Here it is. Okay, hang on. Is this it? I don't even know which. I got so many windows open, I can't even find it.
It says the Graybeard PM.
Oh, here it is. Okay, I got it. No, I mean, I opened the video.
Okay.
But I was trying to find which tab it was because I wasn't really paying close attention to what it was called. Okay, I found it. All right, so here it is. Here's Gary inking with 2 hands.
Oh, okay.
Oh, hang on. Let's go back.
See, I'm doing what's Gary's beef even back then. Yeah, see, 2 hands.
You got the hand on the other hand. There's your.
Yeah. So I'm just resting my inking hand on my other hand. It's just another point of contact that.
Yeah, so your left hand is not actually doing anything.
No, it just helps me steady it.
I thought you were ambidextrous for a minute there. You fooled us.
Is that a David Williams Hulk face?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it. Looks awesome.
So I'm demoing the technique there.
Now, see, you're going from thick to thin in these strokes here, and you're doing
it goes back and forth. It
right,
depends.
But that's what you're showing right at this moment. I mean,
okay.
And it's like you're still doing it slowly. I do that fast.
Yeah.
When I go from thick to thin, I go fast.
Yeah. See, that's why it takes me so long. That's my actual speed.
What was that for? Was that a commission?
No, this was at a Comic-Con. I was doing a demo, and David drew the whole place for me to
That's
ink.
Cool.
Yeah. And then I think we auctioned this later.
Nice.
But this was quite a while ago.
Before the hands were too shaky.
Looks like down at the bottom says 15 years ago.
Whew.
Wow.
That's when I could really ink.
Wow.
Yeah, so now you're doing the eyebrows.
What I'm doing there, this is about as fast as I go. Because time was an issue, and so this is fast for me. Let's see how I spin the paper around, because
I do that. Yeah.
I only do left to right lines. They're always parallel, and so I have to constantly spin the paper around, and the corners I always get banged up really bad. People complain about that. Corners, but well, it's like, yeah, sorry, there's nothing I can do about that. All right, that's enough of that.
Okay.
So if you follow, there's several parts to that video. I think at the end we see the finished piece. I think, if I remember correctly.
All right, Andy. There you go. Let's see it.
There it is. Oh wait, let's see if I can do this. Good.
It's so big he went off the page.
I did. But then the original art's only on 7.5 by 5.5, so it's not like this.
Awesome. Look at all that extra rendering you don't normally get from Andy. He had a little bit of time on his hands.
Yeah, all brush pen.
Oh, look at you go. Well,
is that all the same?
Dude.
The same tool?
Brush pen?
Yeah.
No, it was two different ones because this paper has a little tooth to it. So the finer brush pen was kind of skipping a little bit. So I used, let's see, where is it? It's right here. I've got this one, which is
one of those.
a pilot, and it has, I didn't use this one at all for it, but a big fat point. But the point I used for this one was the smaller one.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
then
really?
for most of the rendering, I used this one that Aaron turned me on to, the Uni pen, brush pen.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of a
yeah.
$3 at Barnes and Noble for this.
I know these things are cheap. That's the cool.
Yeah.
thing.
I should have bought more. I mean, there's a Barnes and Noble real close. I need to get another one because this tip is getting a little frayed, especially on rough paper. But
Queen Mickey says
it works good.
Queen Mickey says 10 confirmed for the pen.
For the pen? Nice.
Yeah.
So you throw it in with the artwork and it's an extra 10.
There you go.
Well, that's the thing. You know, these like the Kiratakis or whatever I'm using, they tend, if you're using slick paper, which I am when I do my books,
Same here.
it can sit on top and be wet for a long time. So you have to be careful. But on these papers with texture, like you're using and I'm using, it just soaks right in immediately.
Oh, yeah.
It's not a problem. So,
Yeah, totally.
but you got to be careful on those slick, that slick paper.
Yep.
All right, Andy, very cool. All right, let's see what Mr. Stone has
that.
for us.
Oh man, you just did that?
Yeah.
Dude, that is great.
I love
Look
it.
at
Love that face too.
Oh,
Nice.
the face, just the mass that he
Mhm.
has.
Oh,
And I
thanks.
love that blue reflected light kicked in there. It really
Yeah.
rounds them out. That's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Oh, thanks, man.
And that the red green.
Yeah.
Yeah,
looks
well,
amazing.
complimentary. Yeah, I was like, hey, I'm on with Jeff Smith over here, so I gotta, put some muscles up in this.
Yeah. No, I wasn't really paying attention. Is that Photoshop? What program is it?
This is Procreate. On,
Oh, okay. You were doing Procreate. Oh, so were you
Yeah.
working? Wait, were you working on an iPad or do you have a Mac?
iPad.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Nice.
Yeah, 12.9 iPad.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah. So it's my favorite.
I am compelled to wonder what the Hulk is smashing.
He
Yeah, exactly.
just likes to smash, so
Well, even look at the
Flashing a
fingers
lot,
on the
right?
right hand. They're only getting a little sense of them, but they're still really sort of acting. You know what I mean? There's just
Oh,
like
yeah. They're curled
energy in
back.
that. Yeah.
yeah.
Love it.
Little
No, you
boys.
guys that do character design, the character design stuff in animation is so much cooler than it used to be. I
Yeah.
mean, you guys, it's really stylized and high energy. It's just really, really cool.
Well, we
Yeah.
study a lot of the older character designers from like the 50s, 60s, and stuff like that.
Really?
So, yeah. Oh yeah. That's the good stuff right there.
It's
If this
great.
was on paper, it'd actually be really cool. But
Yeah, you can tell it.
It would actually be really cool.
it would
I
actually
can do
be
it on paper, but I just
All you gotta do is print it out, light box it, boom, pow. There you go.
yeah.
David Brohawk Williams says Kaiser 1's not a competition.
Oh, thank you,
very
David.
much.
Yeah.
No,
Best name I can think of says he's smashing a tarantula.
yeah, we should have some hair flying. in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
there it
there's
is.
some hair in there. Yeah.
Hawk smash tarantula.
Smash tarantula. Dina.
does the Hulk voice too. Oh, all righty, man. Awesome. All right. That was a pretty good show, if I do say so myself.
It was.
Brought a little bit of heat to the project. So thank you, everybody, for joining us. Thank you for the super chats. We appreciate it very much. I want to remind everybody to check out the Landing Party Star Trek show on at 5 Pacific, 8 o'clock Eastern, when we talk about Wolf in the Fold, one of my favorite episodes. I want to thank Kizer for joining us and Andy Smith. You guys helping out. Appreciate it very much. And so everybody have a great night. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next week right here on Graybeards Studio. Good night, everybody.
Bye-bye.